Dr. Paul, and I wanted to show you some tips that you could do to get your health back. One of the top priorities that we have here is filling the need for the deficiencies that happen because of soil depletion. I would say since the 1930s, there's been agricultural Senate documents that basically say that our soils are depleted. So if we get our nutrients from our soil and they go into the vegetables, lacking in the vegetables, and we eat those vegetables, then we don't get enough in our body to heal. And I believe that the nutrients are so critical for the healing of our body so that we can fight off disease, we can fight off COVID, we can fight off whatever the attack on our body is with regard to our health. And so one of the greatest challenges is when I have someone here is I do blood work and hair analysis and gene testing to see what they need. Because we tailor it then based on those tests so that we can measure progress, and that's why we get so many good results. So one of the great challenges that I see is that people either have a difficult time swallowing pills or they have a difficult time organizing pills or both. Well, we want to try to tailor it to them, and I hired a special programmer to design a way to make supplements easier. For 5 years now, I've been taking a lot of supplements every single day, and we developed systems, and we believe that this latest one is the best one, easiest way for my patients. So I want to explain it. Okay, so when we take supplements, I take a look at it as saying, okay, let's take it one at a time, because if you have to take a lot, it's not really that much, but when you're not used to taking a lot of pills, it's like, oh my gosh, you're overwhelmed. So number one thing, it's not a drug. Each still tiny pill has a huge side effect because they extract a particular chemical from that plant, which is originally from a plant. Hopefully it's not synthesized, but if it's originally from a plant, they process the plant, they get one little tiny thing to create a drug that has a huge side effect because it's not a whole food the way God intended. Whole foods don't cause side effects, drugs do. So one little tiny pill to multiple pills per day is like overwhelming for patients. Well, take it as if it's food. So if you take the powders out of the pills and you measure out how many tablespoons of powder it is, it's like 2 to 3 tablespoons of powder. Well, 2 to 3 tablespoons of powder is a little bit, compared to the pounds of food that you're eating on a daily basis. So we got concentrated nutrition in those powders that create balance and revive your body back again to give it the nutrients it needs that it's missing from the vegetables that are lacking in nutrients. So I take it a pill at a time, a pill at a time. I'm so used to doing it that it's so easy for me. But if you're new at it, just take it a pill. One bite of food or 20 bites of the same food, one spoon of food, you bite it 20 times. That's what I meant to say. You take one spoon of food, bite it for 20 times, and then take a pill and swallow it. Take a little small swig of water with it. Don't drink a lot of water with your meals, maybe at the very most 4 ounces so you can drink your pill. Once you get really good at it, like me, I can just take a spoon of food, chew it, and then as soon as I get ready to swallow my food, I throw that pill in the back of my mouth and I swallow it with my food without any water. But that takes time to develop, so you'll get good at it as you go along. But first, don't get overwhelmed by it. Number 2, take a bite of a spoonful of food and then put a pill in, and do that throughout the meal rather than taking it all at the end of the meal, because if you take it at the end of the meal, sometimes your stomach will get too full and then it doesn't feel good. So the way I have it organized is really good. So I tell you exactly what you need based on the pills. So here's the way I've devised it here. It tells you each box here corresponds with each pill. So if you take a look at this box right there, it corresponds. You can look at it two ways: either this box there, or that portion of the box there, or that portion. So when you close it, it corresponds to it, and so it tells you when to take it. Morning, noon, or night, and how many you need to take. So I fill this up when it runs out. So each box here, each portion of the box contains a different supplement. So you just refill it when you need to. So sometimes I don't refill my box for weeks because I don't do a week supply here, and it doesn't go Monday through Friday. So so it's a lot easier to organize, and you don't have to keep opening up bottles in order to refill this. You just refill it as necessary, one bottle at a time when it runs out of each portion of the container. So that's the way I do my supplements. When you open this box, you want to open it up not in the center here because it's hard to open there. So you lift it up here on the side first and kind of grab your hand here and you break it apart. Sorry about that. From the side first, then you lift it up. You just pull it up here and then move your finger over here and pull up, and that'll open up the box. But that's the way I do my supplements. Notice on the bottom here it gives me some instructions. It says here that instructions most important is swallow the dose of all supplements by the end of the day. So that means that you have some flexibility. I have recommendations for certain times of the day to take it, either morning, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But if you keep forgetting your lunch one, well, take it at dinner. If you feel you need to take it at breakfast and dinner, skip the lunch one. If you feel like you can take most of them at breakfast, take most of them at breakfast. But I like to break it down at least to 2 meals. But if you're so busy that you only can take everything at once, it's going to be a lot more pills. You take it all at once in the morning. That's the last resort. Try to do it within 2 meals if you can. So morning, lunch, morning, dinner, lunch, dinner, etc. So the other thing is, let me know if you feel like you need to change the times of day that you need to take the supplements. Then just let me know so that I can record it on my file. So I'm Dr. Paul, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video.